That back straight on the last lap. Right.
Oh, Gonzalez looks up the inside, but it does go. No, it doesn't. Well, he's Asphalt team in Moto3 next year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All ex-rookies in that.
And this is the danger. You know, Uriarte, Pratama, they do not want a big pack because he does a little bit because Brian squirts back up the inside there again. That's what we're talking about. You know, you just can't.
Squad, and it's great to see Marco Morelli joining them.
Yes, it will be with Holgado and Alonso. What that means is, come the end of the race, they could be leading over the line on the towards the final lap and then finish. I can't imagine how close their wheels are to touching each other.
That's right.
It's just so extreme.
It is.
So as well next year, Muck 2. So absolutely brilliant stuff. Up maybe 8th or 9th or something. They need every point that they can get. But the person who is in
just a lap and a half remaining. Now, if Zemitani has anything left in his...
it's all starting to bunch up a little bit now, Peter. Everyone else is catching up. Tinez has actually set his best interest to bring the group all together. Hakim Danish.
Yeah, and he at the moment is back in 8th place. In his left shoulder, he's about to use it because he's got to start making a play towards the front.
Fastest lap of the race. He's 16th, number 77, Venezuelan, a 1:45.0.
But closing in. And that group runs all the way down to what? Sort of 6...
Through Curvone, they come for the penultimate time. Uriarte leads Gonzalez. So is Brian Uriarte pulling the pin, or is he bunching it up to try and push Veda back as much as possible? What do you think?
Oh no, down to 20th position.
Goodness me, absolutely brilliant. He goes wide again.
He's on the green again. You know, two things. He can't afford. He hasn't had a warning yet. Well, it's sensational, isn't it? You say Tinez is the fastest guy on the track. His best result this year is a couple of 12th place.
There we go. The first of the track limits warnings coming in for Guillaume Plonk already. You don't want that track limits.
I don't think. But he can't afford to do that on the last lap. Otherwise, he's very likely to lose a place. He knows that. You know, so. But he's quick. I mean, it shows how competitive Rookies Cup racing is.
Warning already at this stage in the game, do you? Because one more time and you find yourself going through the long lap pen.
I'd be surprised to see him make that mistake on the last lap. But anyway, we'll see. Okay, how close it is. It was something that Danny Rivolta, the rider coach, was pointing out to me, Peter. He said it is so penalty. Yeah, and there's Benyat Fernandez on the number 7. He certainly has the pace to drag this group. So Brian Uriarte leads, a lap and a half remaining.
5 riders in the lead.
Close this year, but even the guys at the back of the field and the girl at the back of the field are still doing a fantastic job. And who is that in the background, way off on the green that time? Right, so start and finish.
Group, only 3 will end up on the podium. 1 winner. This is it. The final lap of... Yeah, I don't think it's ever been closer, a more competitive Rookies Cup. And then it shows when they do go into motor.
Finish then. And there's somebody pulling off. That was Christian Daniel pulling his tape off.
Rookies Cup 2025 on its way. The champion leads them over the line. But how strong they are instantly. Maximo Quiles, another bit of an enigma. But with
the radiator as Brian Uriarte leads over Veda Pratama. Up the inside is Morelli on...
who will sign off in P1?
Put your money down. Come on, man.
It's going to be Veda Pratama. His pole positions, podiums in his very first year, even when he started a couple of races late because he was too young.
Christian Daniel, he does it. Morelli takes 3rd place.
It was 9/10 of a...
No, Brian has got it. Brian has got it. I'd let you know, and I'm gonna put them for too young. That's right, and it's great to see Max there, isn't it? And touch wood, you know, he has been that overly
second with the chasing group across the finish line that time around. Peter, they closed in by a 10.
Money on Morelli.
Oh, Morelli! You just laid 3 riders nearly.
Right, wild stuff. That he showed a couple of times in Rookies Cup seems to have gone now.
But look at Brian out front. He's just thinking, no way, I'm absolutely going for it. Last time around.
So the last lap, up the inside comes Veda Pratama, pushing Marco Morelli back to 4th place. Zemitani, he's on the edge. He pushes.
Character now, isn't he?
But he seems to know where the limit.
He set a 1:46.8. But actually, the fastest rider on track, Peter, was Joel Pons. Back into the...
Nani has yet to show his hand. Brian Uriarte leads from David Gonzalez.
How good? And of course, he did literally crash out of 3rd position in the championships here last year and knocked himself out, ended up in the medal 19th place at 1:45.9. So actually there's a lot of pace in hand here for the rider. But it is their run onto this little short straight down here, down to turn 8. Big overtaking opportunity coming up. David Gonzalez, full centre for goodness sake. Like, he was a wild child by the time he finished Rookies Cup.
That's right.
Do they want to burn up their tyres too quickly or not?
Well, Joel Pons, you know, he's had a lousy season and a half in Rookies Cup.
He's going to go for it. Veda needs the slipstream to try and catch him back up.
But Brian Uriarte has it up the inside. He's a great kid now. He's a great racer.
Fastest lap of the race then. Carter Thompson, 1:4
up so far, but he was 6th in FP2. Made a complete mess of qualifying. Didn't get a toe, but certainly he has. David Gonzalez, but he can't do it. No, Brian is too good around the outside. Ramadicha has a track limits warning.
At 44.8, they get quicker and quicker and quicker. We are looking at Danish.
Has pace round here if his FP pace is anything to go by. So we would
Really still looking up the inside there. Brian's eking out a bit of an advantage. It's all going to come down to the back straight. Who's now in 7th place still. He's got Zen Mitani still ahead of him, but
it'd be great to see Pons way up in this group.
Uriarte and Pratama, a bit like Peter.
Yeah, and what kind of drive they have onto the back straight. It's Veda Pratama again. He's
looking a bit more strong. Sorry, he's in 6th place now. He's got Pugliese behind him.
So we're coming up to half distance here. No.
Yesterday, just swapping places around various parts of the track. Then Morelli.
He hasn't got that drive. It's Brian Uriarte with a slipstream of David Gonzalez. Nobody has shown any kind of real advantage. Brian Uriarte has been the most consistent front runner, but
sitting tight in 3rd position. Daniel.
And Veda's got to catch up because, you know, he hadn't got the drive out onto the back straight.
The question is...
there's a few others had a go, and I would think the next man who is going to have a go is Marco Morelli. He pulled
behind him as well. Here is that fast and flowing section of the track. That's not really an overtaking spot, Christian, but it's Peter. Is it going to be Larry Lunge, Uriarte to the win, or is it going to be Dive Bomb David in 2nd?
Alongside, no, he's not going to do it here, but I think that Marco could well have a look anytime soon.
He didn't quite make it stick there, so we've got track limits warnings for Agostinelli, Brown, Monignane and Place. That's what we want to see!
And Brian Uriarte has the advantage, but he's got to hold up.
And of course, with this being the final races of the season, if you do miss Rookies, Danish.
Hakan Danish, yeah, that is very much a warning. All 3 of David Gonzalez.
No,
Brian.
it's not!
No, it's Brian. It's Brian again, and he's got it. He won't.
Car uncontrollably. I know I will. You can binge watch Born Racers now on the Red Bull Motorsports YouTube channel. Just
again on the brakes, and it's Marco Morelli. No Plan B takes the lead.
Brilliant. No,
we pass through the last corners, and he's going to pick up the record number of victories.
Scan that QR code on your screens. It shows you all the behind the scenes of what it takes to be in Rookies Cup. From the Plan B up there once again. He's been a little bit quiet this year, hasn't he? Not what we expected.